Hello everyone, it's Christine here and I'm back for our stitch along, and we are continuing with stem stitch. So we've done the original form of stem stitch, we've done encroaching stem stitch, we've done whipped stem stitch, and tonight we're going to be doing Portuguese knotted stem stitch. So I've drawn myself a little line to follow. It followed part of the little design on the fabric, but then I've continued it around. I'm going to start by popping through from the bottom and taking a stitch up the line. Then I'm going to bring my needle out halfway up that first stitch, just to the left of it. So not going through the stitch, just coming out to just to the left of where that first stitch was. Then I'm going to make sure my thread is looping over the top, and I'm going to pass my needle back under the thread, so not going through the fabric, below where that thread is. And I'm going to gently begin to pull the thread through, and I'm going to continue pulling the thread through and pull towards upwards, so that a wrap is formed over the first stitch. So you can see there's a little wrap that has formed, and then I'm going to loop it back, the thread back up again, and I'm going to do a second passing through below where that first wrap is. And again I'm going to gently pull it through and let a second wrap form in that location. Then I'm going to take my needle in a bit further up the line, up here, and I'm then going to pop my needle out so it's halfway up that next stitch and sort of equal across to where the end of the first stitch was. And so I'm then going to keep the thread again above where I'm working, and I'm going to slide the needle from the right to left under the first and second stem stitches. So I can see both my stem stitches there, and I'm going to slide it through, pull the thread through, and again pulling it up, and then keeping the thread above the needle, slide the needle from right to left under the wrap just formed. So keeping an eye on where my wrap is, and then we're going to let that little knot fall in place. And then we're going to continue doing that, working our way up the line and doing our little knotted stitches. So again, popping out where that last one was, and then keeping our thread above and sliding underneath and pulling upwards, and then thread above, sliding underneath there and letting a second knot form below the first, and then continuing up the line again, popping out just equal to where the end of that last stitch was, keeping the thread above the needle, sliding the needle underneath, pulling up, and then thread above and doing the same, sliding the needle underneath the thread and getting a second stitch that forms below the first. So you're getting just a lovely little knotted effect. Now I'm not sure how it will go around the curve, but we shall see here. I guess I'll probably just need to angle my needle and kind of catch that little one like that, and then keep the thread above. I'm just going to let my thread unwind because it is getting a bit windy in the process. So keeping the thread above, I'm then going to slide under both of them, do my first knot, and then, or not really a knot, a wrap, isn't it? And then a second wrap as well. And then jumping up the line a bit further, making sure I'm not catching my fabric like I did in the video the other day. And then I'll pop out here. And so what I'm doing is just using my needle just to bring the thread sort of back to where it needs to be. And the wrap is great because it then holds the thread against the line. So that's quite smart. And then doing our second loop, and then continuing up the line again. Again, just popping out just to the left of of that one and using the needle to kind of bring the thread across, and then keeping the thread above where you're working, passing the thread underneath, and then doing the same again to form a second knot. And taking the thread up the line again, popping the needle out and using it to bring the thread across, and then keeping the thread above and keeping the thread above again and sliding under. And I find with that second one you kind of have to just, yeah, because if you want it to fall exactly below, you just need to position it down a little bit. And then I might do two more. I'll probably extend a bit further than where the line is. Bring this one out at the spot where it needs to be, and then keeping our thread above, first knot, and then second wrap. And I'll just go one more step forward, and I think that will be enough. And then putting first knot in place and second one just below, and then I think I'll probably just take that to the back, just there will be fine. Perfect. And so you get a lovely, yeah, like little knots along the line. So again, a beautiful textural little little stitch, and I feel like I do need to add another little Suffolk puff would be lovely. That one's a bit similar. I'm just having a look if I've got another one that's got the sort of colours that we're working in here. Otherwise it might just need to be a similar one. Just wondering where I'll even put it. Will I put it down there? And we'll have two. And then I wonder if I do need to eventually have a third one, or is that going to be too much? Maybe I should do a different sort of flower there. I don't think I've got enough thread to do something. Maybe I should just do a little daisy of some sort. Let's do just a few little petals coming out from this end. Some more lazy daisy stitches. Just doing my lazy version of them where I just pop through rather than angling it through. Which is sometimes easier when you're running out of thread. I think that will work well. There's a little flower. Take an entire knot. Just put one more knot in just in case. There we go. So there we go. That is our stem stitch Portuguese knotted. I do like that. It does give sort of a really lovely texture. So I'll see you tomorrow for stem stitch raised. Bye everyone.